So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a custom brush in Photoshop so that we can create something like this, which is basically, if I go over to my brushes off to the side here, I'm going to pull this in and choose my brush. Up in my brush options here, I have all of my basic brushes, and then down bottom I have a whole bunch of brushes that I've created, you know, for various different projects. You see this one, just from the thumbnail, you can tell it looks like a Z, and all the way down there's lots of different ones. This very last one is a custom brush that I just created. I'm going to show you how to do that. Make it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to switch it to this green color. And you see it's a brush that is the
soccer plans.
Soccer plans, exactly. Soccer plans, right? Soccer plans. That's what it is. So when I just click once, it applies it as if I applied a stamp, and it does whatever color I was working on there. Watch what's pretty cool though. If you use the same brush, maybe on this layer, if I select out my black area of my silhouette, I could apply the brush inside. Let's make it white. Of my silhouette layer only, like so, and maybe I'll make it even bigger or smaller or whatever. I don't know, 2500. That's only slightly bigger than it is before. But I could apply it right over top like that, but only within my silhouette because I selected the area ahead of time. That's something that's really powerful with brushes, because if you have a selected area, the brush will only work inside of that selected area. So let's go back and find out how I made this brush, right? First I have this other document here, and this is actually coming out really big, and I can use the brush like any other brush. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but let's go back. Okay, let's get Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Right, here's my original image, and I have to Control T, transform, and bring it in, holding Shift from the corners, which I didn't do, to keep it from getting all distorted. Right? Anyway, that looks pretty good. Right? This is a very, very simple procedure. It's in the Edit menu. So I'm going to go up to Edit. Okay, here we go. I go to Edit and Define Brush Preset. That is the whole of it right here. Now the reason that works here is because I have a black and white image. If you have any other kind of image, you may want to select only part of your image ahead of time. Then all that will be created into the brush is the stuff that you select. If you have a black and white image, it happens to work really, really nicely. So call this sample brush 22. You could give it a name if you want to, like football or whatever, or playbook. Playbook. And then it will appear in your brushes. So if you go to the brush, and then up top, it's already coming up here because I selected it before, but if you come up top, you have to twirl down your brush options here, and then go to the end of your list, and it should be the absolute last one. Okay? And I have 2 versions of it already. So that can be really, really helpful in creating a line or shape design. It's a nice way to use an image within your composition, especially when you have to keep something within a limited set of colors, because even a black and white image will be brushed into any color that you want to by just simply changing the color of the brush or your foreground color. You could use green or any color you want. Whatever your foreground color is, you'll be able to brush that in. You can also change the size of it real easy. You can make multiple instances of it in different colors. So I brush it in here in green, just offset it, and then I could make it much smaller. You know, the difficult things become, changing, I use difficult loosely, changing the orientation of it and stuff like that. You may have to put it on a different layer and then transform it, stuff like that. If you wanted to do like a little pink one down here. What it doesn't particularly work well for is using it as a brush like that. I mean, you can try it. Some brushes will look cool when you stroke them, but mostly this is for making a still single instance click version of an image in a single color. Okay?